So hello and good morning, everyone. My name is Bimal Master. I'm the National Chief Mentor for IMS, and I welcome you to this special webinar titled All About Economics. This webinar is part of an initiative by IMS called the Campus Insider. In this series, we cover various universities, colleges, and campuses, wherein we invite eminent faculty members from the college to guide our students regarding the program and or the subjects they can choose and what can be their career paths. So let me take this opportunity to introduce the expert speaker we have lined up for today, Dr. Parinaaz Mehta. Dr. Mehta completed her BA in Economics from the Ram Narayan Ruia College in 2008, her MA in Economics from the University of Mumbai in 2010, and her PhD in Economics from the Mumbai School of Economics and Public Policy in 2018. Her PhD topic was understanding common pool resources with reference to communal resources in Maharashtra. She's received numerous awards and honors from the Board of Studies, Department of Economics, Pillai College of Arts, Commerce and Science, as well as the Board of Studies, School of Economics, Amity Institute of Liberal Arts. She's currently employed at the Kirit P. Mehta School of Law, NMIMS University since 2019. She's been an assistant professor, Amity Business School, Amity University from 2016 to 2019, and prior to that was a visiting faculty at Velika Institute of Management and Research, as well as R.A. Podar College of Commerce and Economics. So let me now give you a brief introduction of the institute that she represents, that is NMIMS University. What started with baby steps in 1981, NMIMS has today emerged as a globally reputed university. Built on this inspiring legacy, today NMIMS stands proud as a deemed to be university offering multiple disciplines across multiple campuses. So in today's session, Dr. Mehta will cover the differences between BA Economics and BSc Economics. She will also cover different aspects of economics and what is the depth that one can expect to go to in each course, as well as the career paths that you can expect post the end of the course. All right. So it's wonderful to have you today, ma'am. Guys, before I invite our distinguished guest to address you, let me remind you that at the end of the talk, she will also be answering any questions that you may have for her. So feel free to type out your questions in the Q&A box, and we'll try to, we'll try our best to answer as many questions as we can accommodate. Just one request: please do not use the chat box to ask questions. Please, make use only of the Q&A box. All right. So without any further ado, Dr. Mehta, may I now request you to address our listeners? Good morning.
Okay. Thank you so much for a warm welcome. Thank you. Thank you for all the kind words you have said about me. Okay. So before I start with this normal session, I would want people to put questions and then, maybe I can proceed with the session. Let's keep it like an interactive one. So if students have anything to ask, they can right away ask me. And maybe through that question, I can explain them the nuances, because today there's a lot of things that's available online and most of the information is accessible also. So is there anything that is not there online? I would love to address those things for the students. Something that is not there online and they would want to get to the depth of the subject in terms of why they should be doing economics, why are they interested? I mean, there could be different questions which the online portal would not have. I would want to answer those questions. So the first question I see is maths required in 11th and 12th for BSc Economics or BA Economics? This is a very important question, and as a faculty and as a student of mathematics myself, I would say that you cannot study economics without mathematics. So a basic knowledge of 11th and 12th is a must, whether you're doing a normal BA Economics course, whether you're doing a BA Economics honors or you're doing a BSc Economics honors. So you cannot skip mathematics. Right. So initially what used to happen was, there's a different program called as a liberal arts, where the student can do like a majors in economics, philosophy and political science. Wherever economics will be there, a little bit of mathematics will be there. So there is no way that you can skip mathematics. 11th and 12th basic knowledge is important. But today, most universities, when you enroll for your undergraduate programs, like after 12th, when you enroll, Most universities today have a non-credit course or a credit course on basics of mathematics, basics of calculus, basics of statistics. So today universities themselves are covering this up. But yes, if you want to go ahead in economics, 11, 12, mathematics and statistics, both are important. So don't think that you will be able to cope with mathematics, because I have had classmates who did not do mathematics, and when they came to their undergraduate program or the master's program, most of them leave because they are not able to cope with it. So basic knowledge of mathematics is a must for economics. Scope in economics without maths, very difficult to say, but if you are not interested in mathematics, we have an evolving field called as digital humanities, where there's political science, there's philosophy, there's a bit of economics also. So don't go for core economics, because whether you go for a BA or a BSc, mathematics is going to be there. If you don't like mathematics, I would say that a liberal arts program would be better for you, but not a BA or a BSc in economics. What are the career prospects after doing BSc Economics apart from majoring in finance? Um, See, this depends from college to college. Like in NMIMS, when a student does a BSc in honors, they can do three specializations. They can do specialization in business, finance, and there is one more in management. So it depends from college to college what they offer you. But generally, when a student does a BSc Economics honors or a BSc Economics, these kinds of students have more application based knowledge of economics. So they would do better as an analyst, or they would do better as a data expert, or somebody who can do a lot of math, lot of calculations, a lot of AI. I mean, we are having evolving fields in AI and economics also. So anybody who does a BSc has a lot of hands-on training on tools and techniques and application of economics. Not that the theory is not done, but a BSc has more scientific approach towards economics than a BA would be. So you might have a lot of projects, you might have a lot of capstone projects to do at the end of your semester, where your application is tested, where you'll exactly apply whatever you learned throughout your 3 year program. So BSc, yes, definitely has much more scope than BA, because BSc students get absorbed by a bank or by a research institute or into data analytics or into data mining very quickly as compared to somebody who's done a BA in economics. So BSc has a different, it signals a different thing, which is the top university that offers BSc in economics. In India, BSc in economics is offered by the Delhi School of Economics. You have NMIMS, you have IGDIR in Mumbai, but IGDIR offers a master's program in BSc. So I would say in Mumbai, it's NMIMS. And in Delhi, you will find a lot. There's St. Stephen College, there is Lady Sri Ram, you will find Delhi University, you will find JNU. A lot of them offering a BSc in economics. Okay, I'm currently doing 12th in commerce stream. So is it possible to pursue BSc in economics? Yes, certainly. We have a lot of students who do 11, 12th commerce and then come to do BSc in economics. Certainly they can. But in commerce, I would like to say that economics is done only in the first few semesters, and the kind of resources and the books you refer to are not even very they're very substandard books. So as a commerce student, when you will come to do BSc, it will be like a 20 to 30 times jump for you. I would suggest that if you're so keen on taking BSc, make sure that your accountancy or your mathematical background is very strong. And do read up on how interviews are conducted, because today most universities have an interview panel before they take you in. So when we take students for BSc in, we expect them to have some aptitude, some understanding of the economic environment. So we want students to have a mathematical aptitude as well as a very well awareness of what's going outside in the world. So that's how we test. We look at your knowledge about the world as well as how well you will be able to apply these concepts to the world. Okay, can you help me with the difference between BSc versus BA in economics? Okay, So the difference over here when it comes to BA in economics and BSc in economics is like I told you, if you look at the course structures that different universities offer, course structure meaning in the 3-year program, there are different semesters, and across every semester, there are different subjects that you can pursue. Now, a BA in economics is more focused on understanding the theoretical aspects of economics. So you might not see subjects like analytical finance or predictive analysis or AI or anything that has to do with numbers come a lot in BA with economics. But yes, not to say that if you do BA in economics, you can skip mathematics and statistics. No, it's going to be over there also. It's just that the approach is very different. The approach over here is more theoretical, more philosophical, whereas in BSc, it's more mathematical and application based. So there's a subject called as intermediate economics or advanced econometrics, advanced mathematics, advanced statistics. These are the things that are generally focused when it comes to a BSc program. BA also has it, but in BA, in the final year, there can be different subjects where you can specialize in. So BSc is quite mathematical as compared to BA. Can I go to LSC after doing a BA or a BSc in economics? Yes, definitely. But again, you will have to check what are the requirements in LSC. Because generally for foreign universities, an honors program becomes very important. So, I mean, today most universities, deemed to be universities and private universities offer a BA or BSc economics in honors. Prefer to go for an honors rather than doing a normal BA or a BSc economics. I aspire to be the RBI governor one day. What should be my path from here? I mean, that's quite a different path altogether, but I would like to say that if you are so keen on looking at the money aspects and the financial aspects of the economy, your focus should be more on macro, your focus should be more on your statistical abilities, your analytical abilities, decision making abilities. So it's lot more than economics. You will be requiring a lot of soft skills also, understanding how the monitoring system works. So a BSc in economics would be better for an RBI governor as compared to a BA in economics. Is it better to do BSc in economics from a private university or DU? It depends in which state you are staying. Today, most private universities have their own programs, have a lot of courses that they offer in their course structure. So do check and see which one resonates more with you. I mean, in Maharashtra private universities, you will see that a BSc economic programs has a lot of options, lot of specializations. A DU, you will have to check their syllabus. So it depends where you stay. If you stay in Delhi, I mean, a DU or a JNU would be much better for you. As a humanities student, can I do a BSc in economics? Yes, you can do a BSc in economics. Definitely, you can do.
If
But
I'm not wrong,
do
there
check.
are, yeah, sorry to interrupt you, but there are a
Yeah.
couple of questions on similar
Yes.
lines,
Yes.
right? Where people from different
Yes.
backgrounds are asking whether they can pursue economics, right? So you have humanities students, you have commerce students, right?
Yes.
Commerce student with math, commerce student without math. So quite a few such questions are coming. So if you can just tackle them.
Yes. So those who are doing commerce or any stream apart from economics and want to pursue economics, I would say that do prepare well for your interview and your entrances, because in your entrances there's going to be a lot of mathematics and statistics, and also in the interview process you will be asked a lot of things about the global economy. So prepare well. You can do, but certainly, I mean, these days, whatever is being taught in the college might not really be up to the mark. So first, see what is being taught to you at your commerce level. Check the syllabus. Maybe you can buy a standard book that is being used in economics. See whether you will be able to cope with it or not, because we see that most students quit in the first year itself. So economics is not an easy journey for anybody, even for students who are doing 11th and 12th economics is not an easy journey for them. So it requires a lot of dedication, lot of concentration. Do all subjects require? But yes, because if you don't have 11th and 12th background of economics, it gets difficult for commerce students. In fact, we have seen that students who do science, I mean, those who do 11th, 12th science and want to pursue economics do much better. Maybe because they have a strong mathematical background, so they're able to cope with economics much better. Yes, NMIMS does offer a BSc in economics honors. Okay, any other question which is common? Is economics
Yeah, I
more?
was just trying to go through that. So,
Yeah,
some of them are asking about career choices, but I think maybe we can talk about that later on, right?
yeah.
Uh, you've already talked about the best colleges to pursue economics programs, right? So, okay, so those. There's a question which asks, what is the difference between BSc Finance and BSc Economics?
Okay, so in BSc Finance, the subjects are more finance related in the sense you study a lot more of management and a lot more of application based finance, accounting, financial economics, financial management. So it's the science of finance. It's different from a BSc in economics. So in a BSc in economics, you study all subjects that cover economics. Finance can be one part, but it's not focused on finance more. So financial accounting. So everything related to finance would be there. Analytics is definitely there. So it's a mixture of finance, accounts, management, and economics. BSc Finance. Okay, so somebody has asked, is economics more research oriented or more data analysis oriented? It is both. It is both because you cannot do research without data analysis. So it's both. I mean, research comes much later when you would want to do. So when you come in your second semester or a third semester, there is a research project, and data analysis is just a technique of doing research. So I mean, you cannot say that if you're doing research, I'll not do data analytics. That's not possible today. So they go hand in hand. Okay.
Okay.
What are the good choices? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly that. The same question. So, for a minor and a
Yeah.
major.
I don't know what does a minor mean over here if one can specify. So is it like a continuing education?
No, no. I think there are certain courses which offer dual specializations, right? So where you can choose a
Oh
major
yeah.
and a minor. So is that possible in
Okay.
economics?
No. So what are the good choices for a minor with a major in economics? So I would like to address this in a different way. Now this depends from colleges to university. So the place from where I did my BA, we had a proper core program in BA Economics and a BA in Economics and Statistics. So I did my majors in Economics and Statistics. So we had three papers in Economics and three papers of Statistics, and those Statistics was with science students. So my degree was dual, right? If you want to do something like that, you will have to check uh, with the university or with the colleges. So in Bombay, there are only two colleges that offer a BA in Economics and Statistics, that is St. Xavier's and Ram Narayan Roya College, and their seats are also very less. So if you want to do something dual, you will have to check whether the university is offering a dual or not. Like I said, if you do a liberal arts, you can do a dual degree, like in economics and political science, or in economics and philosophy, or in economics and psychology. So it depends what program you have enrolled in. If it's a BA economics core, then you will not be able to do a dual program.
In fact, there is one specific question on that also, right? Gia has asked, is there any specific eligibility criteria for a dual degree program in
Not
BSc
really.
Economics?
No. In no, not really, not really. Eligibility in the sense that if you clear the college's entrance, you directly get enrolled in the program. So there is no eligibility. I think minimum eligibility criteria would be a 55% in your 11th and in your 12th. So that would be a minimum criteria. Is it feasible? Oh, this is a very interesting question, and students do this. Is it feasible to go for an MBA after a BSc in economics? Yes, I will not deny this. A lot of students do it because a BSc Economics in Finance or a plain BSc in Economics honors also would not fetch you a job in a banking system or in a financial institution. So a lot of students do BSc, but because they want to get into corporates or because they want to get into a financial institution, and MBA becomes a must. I mean, must in the sense this is a problem of our hiring authorities. Or I mean, this is how our HR climate is. I wouldn't say that it's mandatory, but it has become a, I mean, it's become a normal mandate that to get into corporates or to work with a big organization, a management degree is important. So if you're very keen on working, if you're very keen on getting into corporates after doing a BSc, yes, an MBA becomes very important. If you want to get into research, you want to do a PhD, you want to get into teaching, only then do an MSc or a PhD. But if you want to get into corporates and MBA, there's no better option than an MBA.
Right.
University is offering AI and economics. Does LSC offer such courses? You will have to check with LSC, but you need to check with Yale and Georgetown University. I mean, these are some universities that offer an AI and economics. Coursera offers a lot of certification courses. I don't know if AI and economics will be ever offered as a credit course or not, because it's not very easy to teach these subjects as of now. Maybe 2, 3 years down the line, we might have people teaching AI and economics, but as of now, there are certificate courses. Or if there are any universities abroad like Stanford or John Hopkins, or like I said, Georgetown University, if they are offering something within their credit courses, please do check. Can I do investment banking with MSc in economics? Yes, you can do, but make sure that your specialization is either in finance or in analytics, or there's something called as financial management also there in your program. But generally, MSc in economics, I mean, it's easier to do investment banking, but an MBA would be required. I mean, it's not easy to enter the banking system without an MBA. Please guide for economics and analytics course. Okay, so analytics has a lot of parts. So for economics and analytics, you will have to see whether what a course structure the place that you want to apply for is having. But today, most universities have an analytical course within the economics program itself. Like if you look at OP Jindal, which is very well known for law, I mean, for law, they have a separate course on spreadsheets. They have it on Excel. They have it on programming softwares like R and Python. So all these private universities, one needs to check for if you want to see economics and analytics. So in analytics, I mean, data mining is taught to you. A lot of deep data work, machine learning is also taught. So some universities do offer. But yes, your basic understanding of mathematics and statistics has to be there in analytics. I mean, analytics is not just looking at a table and just analyzing the numbers. It's about calculation also, and it's about critical thinking also. Can one
But
give
there
UPSC go? Yes.
no, I was saying there was a couple of questions on the entrance exams for these courses, right? Especially for NMS. If you can
Yes.
just share
Yes.
that, yeah, information.
Yeah. So when it comes to the entrance, you'll have to keep in tap of the website, because generally in April, not even in April, by February and March, they announce their entrance exams for the next academic year. So the academic year starts in June, for which the process starts somewhere in April and March. So whenever you get time, you can check their website. They keep on announcing, and these days most universities have their chat bots and WhatsApp bots also. You can register with those bots, and whenever an entrance exam will be announced, you'll directly get a notification. Now, how to go about preparing for these kinds of entrances? So there are three things one should be preparing for. One is, I mean, nobody tells you this, but your soft skills play a very important role. As an economist, it's not, I mean, as somebody who would want to do in economics, it's not only important to have knowledge about the subject, but also how to convey your knowledge regarding the subject. Okay, so one is that you should be definitely working on your soft skills, on how you are going to approach your interview. I mean, nobody talks about this, but this is a very important thing. Because generally in interviews, it's not about getting the answer always right. It's about how you convince the people on the panel. Another thing is read a lot of newspapers, see what is happening in the world outside, because most economics is not in the books. It's outside in the world that is happening. So all these events, I mean, right from your local vendor to the wars that are happening, everything has economics in it. So get well acquainted with what is happening. Current affairs, very important. What's happening currently out in the world, and get your general knowledge. Get a grip of your general knowledge. I mean, most students don't know who's the president and prime minister. Also, who's the governor of RBI, or who's the financial advisor to the prime minister. I mean, these are some questions, very easy questions, but most people are not able to answer. So, general knowledge, current affairs, soft skills, and then comes your knowledge of economics. So, whatever you have studied in your 11th and 12th, make sure that you're fundamentally there when a question is asked. I mean, don't land up saying that I don't know this or I have not studied this. When you come for an interview, we expect the student to know everything. So, yeah, I mean, whatever you are studying in economics right now, get a grip of those fundamentals, and it becomes easier to clear the interview. Coming to the written exam, mathematics, statistics, and your basic macro, micro, and development economics knowledge is very important. So make sure that your mathematics and statistics, at least 11, 12 mathematics is in place. Something like derivatives, integration. Okay, these are basics that is required. Limits and continuity. This knowledge is required when it comes to the interviews. Okay. How is I think BSc does not have a BSc in economics. Even DU gives a BA in economics. So maybe you need to check JNU. JNU has a BSc economics program. Is a BA in economics offered by NMMS? Yes.
Um,
Okay. So this is the question. Yes.
yeah, sorry. So I was saying if you can, now probably move to the career prospects, specifically to different
Yeah.
industries and how does this, yeah, that will-
Sure.
it'll
Sure.
answer a lot of these questions.
So okay. Now, what career prospects will open up for you when you do a BA in economics honors or a BA in economics? So, I think the first career prospects that will open for you on a job portal will be that of an analyst. Okay. You can also see job portals opening up for an economics content writer. So, economics content writer in the sense that you're, if you want to write economic, I mean, that today there are a lot of portals that will require ghost writers. So, a lot of students, young students, would want to earn some pocket money, and they are willing to work as a ghost writer. So, you will see that a lot of websites will hire ghost writers. I mean, that's an upcoming field, but because it's ghost writing, a lot of students who are very good in writing are not acknowledged. But this is one thing, this is a growing trend that we have been seeing, that writing in economics is becoming a career. So, writing on portals, writing articles, getting them published in newspapers, right? So, like I said, one is that of content writing, the other is that of an analyst. A lot of job portals open up for you in the banking system also, where you can, again, over here, you can work as an intern with the bank, understand how the banking system works. See, the job profiles after a BA in economics is very less. Let me be very honest, because today, when it comes to a career prospect, a minimum requirement to enter a market is a master's. Just a BSc and a BA in economics would not suffice. Yes, it's better to get placed when the college is offering you a placement. So when you will get enrolled in your program, most colleges have placement programs, and that's where most agencies come through. So, I mean, you can get a position of a junior consultant also, where you can work with these consulting houses like PricewaterhouseCoopers, and KPMG or McKinsey. These are some consultants, and they also come on board. We see that a lot of students get appointed by CA firms also, but those jobs are not for economics. I mean, they make you do almost everything. So, like I said, industry is very large, but the possibility of you getting into the system becomes very low because today a master's student can get hired at a very low package. So, a BA in economics would not be more than enough. So, analyst, writing, a lot of students get absorbed into media consultancies also into newspapers. I have a couple of students who get absorbed into Economic Times, Hindustan Times as junior writers or as analysts. I mean, newspapers also do hire. So, media and publication is also one field that opens up for a BA in economics. BSc in economics, career prospects are large. Why? Because you can work with a government agency, you can work with contracting agencies, you can work with banks. Banks will be more than happy to take a BSc in economics inside more than a BA in economics. Um, uh, I mean, data analytics is like open, so all economics people get very easily absorbed. These days, we have positions for specialized, I mean, for a BA in economics who can do data mining also. So, even for a data mining, a junior analyst or a junior data analyst, those kinds of positions do get opened up. So, all research and analytical industries are ready to hire a BSc in economics, whereas for BA, the option becomes very less. Almost they're similar, they keep overlapping, but wherever there is a requirement of analytics, data work, a BSc in economics is more preferred as compared to a BA.
Okay, like someone had asked about an MBA. Similarly, I think someone is also asking, would you recommend a CFA after a BSc Economics? Would that help?
It depends on why you would want to do a CFA.
Right.
I mean, if you would want to do a CFA, then don't waste your time doing a BA in economics. You rather enroll in commerce or in management. That would be better for you. I mean, because BA, like I said, I mean, even doing management is not easy, but CFA and economics together will take really a big toll on you. I mean, this is just like gathering degrees. So, I wouldn't suggest you to be in economics and CFA together. I mean, if you're doing that to make sure that you get a job in the market, you're going to confuse yourself. So, you
True.
take one path and you move along that path. Can a degree in economics help me get a job at hedge fund? Yes, a BSc degree would be better, or a BSc in finance would be a better choice, or a BA in economics where you can specialize in international economics or monetary economics. Is there any question that I haven't answered? Something different? I just read a question on economics and psychology. This is a very evolving field, I would say, and I mean, I personally I would have wanted to do economics and psychology, but my college did not offer. But today, in NMIMS or you check in any other private universities, all economics courses have some mandatory programs in psychology because an economist is expected to understand the psychological underpinnings of how the human behavior works. So again, a very interesting field. If you plan to do a BSc or a BA, you will have courses within that that cover psychology. However, a majors in economics and psychology together is a rare find that you wouldn't find at least in Maharashtra. I don't know about Delhi. I'm not sure if JNU or other universities offer. Abroad, you will get a lot of options to do a majors in economics and psychology.
Okay, there was one slightly different question, right? So if someone wants to apply for LSC for postgrad, right? What can they do to build their overall portfolio?
Postgrad, overall portfolio. I think for LSC, you will have to make sure that your your theory of economics is very, you have a good grip over your theory, because I'll tell you, with London, we focus a lot more on philosophical aspects of economics, how economics as a subject has evolved, the history of economics. There's a subject called as history of economic thought. So, that subject you really need to have a grip on if you want to get into LSC, because the UK approach to economics is different as compared to the US approach. The US is much ahead when it comes to application in terms of catching up with the fast moving world. But with LSE, that's not the case. The LSE makes sure that your historical, your theoretical, your philosophical aspects of economic subjects, you're well grounded in those. So if it's LSC, then I would say that focus more on theory, focus more on what different authors have said, how the subject of economics has evolved.
Okay, there's a question on what are the opportunities in.
Yeah.
No, sorry. No. Please continue. Please continue.
Yeah. No, please continue. I think I missed it out. Yeah. What are the opportunities?
Yes, what are the opportunities in the government sector with a degree in economics?
Government sector. So, if you want to enter the government sector, then there is an entrance called as the Indian Economic Services. Maybe you can appear like how you have IAS, UPSA, you have IES, also Indian Economic Services. If you want to get into government services, then an IES entrance is important. People don't immediately enter the government sector. It takes years for people to, to be very honest, a person who has done a BA in economics and has a good political background or has good contact, that gives them a direct entry. But if you really want to serve the government, then an IES is important. Indian Economic Services exams aata hai. You can apply for that. You can clear that and you can enter the government system.
What about actual sciences? Is there a scope for entering into actual sciences after economics?
Economics alone is not required for actual science. You need a BSc in statistics for that. So I know a lot of people who get into actuarial science, and the pass percentage is like, if 10 people have applied for actuarials, only one passes. The exam is that difficult. So a BSc in economics, BSc or a BA in economics alone is not important. Here, a lot of people do a 3 years BA and then a separate 3 years BSc in statistics. So statistical background is a must in actuarials. You cannot, whatever the internet would say, with personal experience, I will tell you that a BSc in statistics is important. Or an MSc in economics, but still a BSc degree is required, because to study actuarial science, you need to study those 6 core papers of statistics. Economics is a part of actuarial. I wouldn't deny that, but it's not a major part. The most part comes from mathematics and statistics and actuarials. So, like I said, students who do a BSc in mathematics and a BSc in statistics pick up economics very easily. So, if you're a science student looking to do economics, it's going to be a cakewalk for you. Yeah. Will Symbiosis offer eco with psychology? You need to check. I'm not very sure about Symbiosis. If they have a specialization, well and good. From what I know, I don't think so. They would be having a specialization in behavioral economics, but I don't know economics with psychology is there or not. Masters in economics in USA. Ma'am, I have not been to USA, but I know that Yale is one of the top. Okay, Yale and Stanford. You can find there are a lot of universities in USA that offer masters, but Yale is the best. Are the courses offered by Gokhale Institute and School of Economics? Shall I opt for those? See, Gokhale and Symbiosis both are equally good. Gokhale is a state university, Symbiosis is private. So you see what suits you the best. It's difficult to compare both. Both are absolutely good. in their own way, in the kind of faculty that they have, both are equally good. Yeah, Symbiosis, because it's private, it can offer you different specializations maybe in your final year. And because Gokhale is a state, I don't know how much of autonomy would Gokhale have when it comes to offering you different subjects to study. So maybe you can go over the course structure and see what are your requirements. Is it preferable to do economics undergrad in India or abroad in UK? If you are from IGSCSC board or you're from international board, I would suggest do it from abroad, because if you are from international board and you're going to enroll in a 3 years program over here for a BA in economics, it's going to be quite repetitive for you. So you will be doing what you have done in your 11th and 12th. If you're from a state board, or if you are from if you're from CBSC or SC or HSC, then going abroad then doing it from India makes sense. But if you've done international board from India, going abroad makes better sense. What are the best universities? I think I answered that. Is my BA valuable? Just done that. Like I said, getting into the market system with a BA and a BSc is difficult. Like I said, the job market is so tight today that even a master's is not offered a very good package. So if you are with a good university that offers placement programs, it will be easier for you to get a job. Otherwise, खुद से job ढूंढने निकलोगे तो you'll get disappointed, because everywhere a master's or an MBA, it is a basic requirement. So yeah, a master's is a must. If you want to enter the job market, master's is a must. Can you mention the difference in short between all economics degrees? See, there are mainly two type of degrees only. That's like a BA in economics and a BSc in economics. And then there are honors also. So today the difference between a normal BA in economics and an honors course is that an honors requires you to complete certain credits. And an honors degree has more credibility when you apply abroad, because most universities abroad require you to have an honors degree in your country. So you will see that all the private universities today, right from NMIMS to Symbiosis to Amity, all of them have an honors program. So, and honors is a must if you want to go abroad. A normal BA BSc is offered by Mumbai University or by other state universities. Not to say that those degrees are not valid, they are valid, but an honors has it's a different signal altogether when you apply abroad. It is seen in a very different way. Okay, so if given a choice between an employer, if they tell you that the student has done an honors or somebody who's done a plain BA in economics, irrespective of how the student is, an honors has a different signaling altogether. So yes, honors will grab attention, and then in that you're required to complete certain credits. You can have, you will get different choices in an honors, whereas a normal BA economics will have a standard syllabus where you might not get many options to choose from. See, when you are in your first year or when you're in your second year, you're just entering, you started studying. It's only in your final year you will realize what exactly are the subjects that you want to study. And then when the college will not offer that, you will get disappointed. So I would suggest that choose an honors program as compared to a BA in economics, a normal BA in economics program. But private universities charge a lot of fees. So some people are not able to afford that much of education or afford that much of fees. So a normal degree does better for them.
While on that topic, ma'am, if you can also, throw some light on what is the difference in the curriculum for an honors program and a regular BSc program?
Yeah. Now, in a regular program, you will see that there are some standard subjects which are taught. So I have done a normal BA in economics, and some standard subjects we had was basic micro, basic macro. We had Indian economy. We had development economics. Then, when you come to your final year, you will have public economics, you have international economics, and then you might have econometrics. So, these are the subjects that the university mandates the college to follow. Okay, now if the
Right.
college is autonomous, then the college can introduce some of its credit courses or non-credit courses. But these are standard subjects that a state university would want the colleges to offer. Now, when it comes to a private university, see, private universities are autonomous. They keep on changing the syllabus every now and then. It is easier to upgrade the syllabus. We have more control over changing the syllabus, changing the subjects we offer with respect to the requirement of the students. Now, like I said, in the coming 2-3 years, I mean, 2-3 साल पहले देखो, data mining and predictive analysis was like a craze. I mean, everybody wanted to be a data analyst. सबको big data, सबको data mining करना था. But even that phase has come down today. I mean, now slowly we are moving towards artificial intelligence. So 2-3 years down the line, something else will become very important. तो ये जो changing trend है, whatever is happening out in the market, that needs to come in the syllabus. So वो जो freedom है, that's there more with the private university as compared to a state university. Now in NMIMS we offer a lot of specializations in the final year. Like there is a specialization in finance. You can choose behavioral economics. You can choose agriculture. You can choose industry. You can choose financial. You can choose management subjects as your specialization in BSc. So I mean the options are a lot when it comes to a private university and an honors program as compared to a standard BA in economics program.
Uh, you mentioned behavioral economics as a subject, right? So there are a couple of
Yeah.
students who are asking what is the scope or what are the career options after behavioral economics?
In India, very less. See, it's a fad. Behavioral economics is a fad because the word behavior immediately tells you it must be about psychology of people around, or psychology padenge. We try and understand human behavior. But behavioral economics is nothing but it's a critique of microeconomics. If you must have done micro, then in microeconomics we have a lot of assumptions that a lot of economists have made, and that's how the subject has evolved. Breaking all those assumptions is behavioral economics. So in behavioral economics, you will be questioning those assumptions, coming up new analysis and telling you that, see, what the standard economic theory tells you and how people behave are two complete different things. So behavioral economics is a different approach altogether. And let me be very honest, my specialization was in behavioral economics. Job opportunities are very less and it's one subject that you can study at the end of your semester. But behavioral economics आप बिना mathematics के, बिना psychology के, बिना micro के, बिना macro के आप पढ़ नहीं सकते हो. So it's like the final it's like the final destination. There are a lot of things that go behind studying behavioral economics. A lot of media consultancies today hire economists to understand how the advertising and the marketing segment works. Behavioral economics is sometimes a part of management also. You can become an independent consultant, work with a lot of agencies, लेकिन कोई hire करता नहीं है for a very simple reason, because all these people who want to hire a behavioral economist, they actually want somebody who has done a BSc in behavioral science. So they want somebody who can understand human behavior. They can understand how the choice architecture works. Because I know that a lot of students, after specializing in behavioral economics, the options become very less for them. It's a good subject to study. It has a future, but as of now, अपने country में उसका ज़्यादा future है नहीं. We have different people, we have different groups that come together, that meet, that discuss behavioral economics. But I think it's more of a fad, to be very honest. I mean, it's not going to make you any better economist. So it's a good subject to study. Has a scope unless and until you want to become an independent consultant, only then, or you want to start your own business या आपको entrepreneur बनना है, तो उसके principles आपको बहुत काम आएंगे. A very difficult subject to teach also because it's very comprehensive and very huge. I would suggest rather than doing a doing something in behavioral economics, do something in behavioral science, and I mean that would be better because I know कि जब hiring के बाद when it comes to hiring, um, I mean agencies would prefer to hire somebody who has a degree from abroad and has also done a BSc in behavioral science. So you study psychology also, you study neuroscience, you study neuromarketing, and a bit of economics in that. So that degree has more validity than just a BA in behavioral economics. हाँ आपको PhD करना है, आपको research करना है, then it is okay. But if you're looking for a proper job, a degree in behavioral science is better. I hope I have answered the question. If there is anybody
Yeah,
who
yeah,
wishes to ask,
I'm
yeah,
pretty sure of that. I think you did mention about, about specifically the NMIMS, program and the selection process, right? But there are
yeah.
some questions that are asking about the timelines and the fees and all those
Uh,
very
Fees and all
specific
you will,
details.
yes, yeah. But fees and all you will have to check when you apply on their website only, or maybe you can call them and you can directly ask the office what the fee structure is because it keeps changing every year,
Right.
right? So I think that would be too much of a private question for me to answer over here. You need to check with their school and their website.
Right. And what about the approximate timelines?
Timelines, approximate timelines, I would say anywhere between 3 weeks to 4 weeks, a month, you will get to know everything.
So
So
a
you
month
will
from now.
first have the entrance, yeah, you will first have the entrance exam. Okay, after clearing the entrance exam, you will be directly asked to come for a panel interview. And after the interview, if your selection is done, you'll get to know within 7 to 8 days. So I think approximately 3 weeks का time लग जाता है कभी कभी.
All right, there's one student who's asked, what is the CUET score required to get into DU?
Could you just elaborate on that?
The so to get into DU, you will have to appear for the CUET, right? The Common University Entrance Test.
Yes, yes,
Would you have
yes.
any idea what kind of score would be required to get into DU?
No,
Not
I'm not
really.
well aware of that.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
No, no.
I think somebody has asked what is an average salary of an undergraduate and a PG graduate. An undergraduate per month, I would say, would get somewhere around a 12 or a 15. I don't know. The job market is so tight that today most people are working as interns and they're not offered anything. So anywhere between a 10 or a 12. But if it is a placement, this thing, and it can go up to a 20 also. For a master's, anywhere between a 45 and a 50. If it goes up to a 60 also. If the student is very good and if the package is really good, I mean, if the student is very sparkling, it depends on the firm that is hiring them. So anywhere between a 45 to a 60 is something what a master student can get. 60 is what is on the upper end, but anywhere a 45 or a 50 is definitely there. Or maybe even more, but this is what I'm telling you on an average, looking at the job market. I mean, that would eventually grow, but that depends. I mean, what additional credentials you have. Like, if you have analytical abilities, you will be appreciated more. Like, I've seen that there are some students who don't even know how to use a basic Excel, and those who know how to use an Excel get easily hired. So, I mean, soft skills and your analytical, basically your skill set also becomes very important. It's not only your education, but how well you know how to run softwares plays an important role. And in economics, you cannot do without learning softwares.
Okay. Yeah, I think we have covered most of the questions that most of the different types of questions that we had encountered, and I think we have run out of time as well. So we probably can stop the session here. All right. So thank you very much, Dr. Mehta. That really was very, very interesting and a very informative session. I think in terms of the scope of discussion that we had, the kind of questions that it is quite interesting. The questions were also quite informative, right? So it's the students already have access to a lot of different sources of information. They're pretty informed themselves, right? So the questions were not very basic questions, but you could actually sense that the
Absolutely.
students were looking for some more credible information. So that I think it was a very valuable session for them. So thank you very much. So guys, that brings us to the end of today's session. So I'm sure it has been of immense value to you. So thank you once again, ma'am, for taking time out from your schedule and
So
addressing us.
much.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Right. So everyone, thank you very
Thank
much
you.
for joining us, and see you once again in the next exciting edition of the Campus Insider. Right. Thank you very much.
Thank
Have a
you.
nice day,
Thank
guys.
you.